Hi, my name is Chef Diamond and I'm over at lunch break, and today I'm going to be making a corn and tomato strata. A strata is nothing more than just a casserole, but today we're going to be highlighting the best of the season using corn and tomatoes. The first thing we're going to do is wash our hands. First, we begin by measuring all the ingredients in our ingredient list. This is called our Mise en Place. Mise en Place is a very simple and organized method for staying organized in the kitchen and keeping the workspace clean. It also prevents us from making mistakes while we cook. We're going to preheat the oven to 325 degrees. Lightly butter the inside of a deep dish pie pan. Now we're going to take a cup of corn off the cob. Don't throw out your corn cobs. Wrap them in plastic and freeze them. You can use them later to make a corn broth or chowder. Next, we're going to thinly slice a bunch of fresh scallion. Alright, we're not going to use the fresh new scallions because you want to use the new ones for salads. We're just going to use the ones that are getting older. I like to use a large cleaver to chop my ingredients because the blade is large enough to guide it with my knuckles. If you pretend your fingers are a bird claw and you dig your nails into your scallions, then use your knuckles to guide the blade of the knife. It's actually a much safer way to use a knife in the kitchen. This is why large knives can be safer to use than smaller knives. But remember, only use a knife if there's an adult in the room to help you. Now I like to use a rocking motion to dice my scallions into smaller pieces. Place the flat palm of your hand on top of the knife and rock the blade back and forth over the scallions for several minutes. This way, your fingers also never come near the blade. Remember, safety first. Next, we're going to chop 2 cloves of garlic. Sprinkle the garlic with salt. It makes it easier for it to puree. Next, we need 1/3 cup of pimento. When you're measuring solids, you should use this kind of measuring cup. If you don't want to use pimentos, you can use chopped green chili. Next, we need 6 extra large eggs. Next, you're going to need enough garlic bread to cover the bottom of your pie dish. And if you don't have garlic bread, you could just use cubed day-old bread or croutons. Next, you'll need a sliced beefsteak tomato. This is an heirloom tomato, but any beefsteak tomato is alright. Alright, safety first. You don't have to slice the whole tomato if the blade gets too close to your knuckles. Next, we're going to get our basil and chiffonade. The reason why we chiffonade is because basil is so delicate, and if you were to chop it or smash it, then it might turn black. And basically how to chiffonade is just you roll it up like this and then cut it into small ribbons. Now we're going to make our egg and cream mixture. First, we're going to add our 6 eggs. And then we're going to whisk it well before adding the cream. Now we're going to add our cream until it's at the 3-cup mark. A trick I like to do in the kitchen is to make sure that when I'm measuring something, I go to eye level, so then it's right exactly at what I want measured. Now we're going to assemble our strata. First, we're going to add our layer of garlic bread. 1 layer though. Now we're gonna add our thinly sliced sweet tomatoes, again with one layer. Next, our corn mixture that we sauteed earlier. We're gonna spread it around evenly. And now we're going to layer on our cheese. And now we're going to add our egg and cream mixture. Now you're going to let it sit for either 1 hour or overnight. And if you're going to let it sit for overnight, wrap it up with plastic and put it in the refrigerator. So now we're going to bake our strata in the oven for an hour. Now that it's out of the oven, you're going to add your Parmesan and your chiffonade basil. Now you have a complete meal for a family in the summertime in a little over an hour.
Be safe, be clean, be precise, and don't forget to have fun.